Okay, perfect. Mm. So thanks everyone for joining today's session. It's approximate 1 hour session, but yes, that depends how we are having question answering or some little practical. So we are going to dedicated this workshop for not about only theoretical, little practical session as well, hands-on. So the topic here today we are going to discuss about how to become a data analyst in 2026. But definitely, even we or a lot of organization is giving the workshops on the data analytics phase, data analytic workshops, roadmap, everything. But how it's different, what we are going to discuss today, because every day the new skills are introducing, and every day the market is going for new revolution of new skills and technologies. So till now, if you are good in Excel or Power BI, you are fine to become a data analyst. But is the same trend in 2026 is the same? Or we need to learn and upgrade more skills with data analyst, what market needed? Definitely, we will see today even some Naukri.com or somewhere how what are the requirements market looking as a data analyst. Right. So this is today's workshop. The next one is today's mentors. Definitely, when you people are going for learning or interest for learning a course or no, learning a skill or learning a program, you people need to know who are the your instructors or mentors, or for today's session, who are the people who are sharing the knowledge. Anyone can share the knowledge, but who are they? So this is me. My name is Bai Shalini Sahu, and I am a data science and AI expert, and I worked with Accenture, AI Labs, and Ernst and Young as a data analyst consultant and a data science AI COE head. And I'm with my teammate. He's also a mentor, used to mentoring for the coding, programming, Python, data analytics, and AI. So my here definitely once I will over to him. He will explain about his work and other things. But coming to me, so my area is data science, data analytics, and generative AI, agentic AI. I used to take care of the development and solutioning part, making the solutions on analytics and AI technologies. So definitely we are welcoming you people. It's not about paid or free. Definitely you people come up with your time. You are spending time here. Definitely we are really grateful that you people show your interest for your upgrade, and also you people gave our chance so we can also able to share our knowledge. It's about sharing and caring. Definitely if we are sharing the knowledge, it's not like it will decrease from our box. So we have passion for sharing our knowledge. So what we'll learn today, what data analytics is actually. It's not about only we'll explain something ooper and we'll say, okay, this is the data analytics. Clear definition, real world example, and some 4 or 5 types of analytics tools and skills. The second one is skills and tools, and the third one is step-by-step roadmap. And the fourth one, how we can make the project and interview preparation. And the skills and all we'll do hands-on. Second one is, what is data analytics? So data analytics is the process of examining raw data to uncover patterns, draw conclusion, and getting insights and guide to take smarter decisions in an organization. It's already shaping the products and service you use every day. Means it's called everyday AI or everyday analytics. For example, you can take example of Netflix, Amazon, or any type of telecom, e-commerce. Everywhere we are having the recommendation engines. So Netflix recommends so based on visiting history and behavior patterns. So how it is doing? Definitely it is having analytics engine that is showing Netflix to recommend. Okay, I'm for user one is recommend is shown this, for example, from Madhya Pradesh, and another user he is also from Madhya Pradesh. They will give the same type of recommendation for them. Amazon analyze purchase data, your purchase history. For example, we are from Odisha, and in Odisha we are having a certain place, Bhubaneswar somewhere, and there we used to buy a lot of Odia dresses or some Jagannath Ji photos and all. So whenever you will go to Amazon and you will say Odisha, you click on your address, it will say the people, Bhubaneswar people, what they used to buy more, or the Odisha people, what they buy more. By the purchase history data, it will optimize the inventory, it is optimized promotions to optimize pricing, it will give you a recommendation. Telecom predict which customer are likely to cancel before they do and acts first. For example, we are having Geo. Why Geo people, Geo subscribers are shifting Geo to Airtel? Some problem is there. What is the pattern? What is the problem? They need to understand. The data analyst people who are working in Geo, who are working in Airtel, Vodafone, any company, they used to analyze these things, and they used to give a decision, yes, because of the price high, or because of the network errors, because of the we are having less connectivity, slow connectivity, that's the reason users are going. So this type of decision making, pattern finding, conclusions, insights, we need data analyst people and data analytic skills. Now let's do little hands-on practice. So you people see in my screen Netflix AI. So this screen, what we created, it looks like very much similar to the Netflix screen. This is what we created to demonstrate you people how really actually you people can work with a project, you can do hands-on, how you can learn, how Netflix people used to do it. Fine. Now let's go. So any doubt here from anybody? Any doubt here from anyone? Okay, perfect. No worries. So perfect. No worries. Yeah, some people are texting something. No doubt. Okay, perfect. No problem. Fine. So you people see here, this is my VS Code window. Let me show you. Okay, perfect. So here what's happening, I made a simple, this is definitely Python one, but please don't worry that it's having a lot many coding and all, nothing like this, very simple. So this is a small project what we did with Python for data analytics. The same thing we can do in Power BI with data analytics, Tableau with data analytics, AWS with data analytics, Azure with data analytics. So today we are starting with Python with data analytics, and next time we will show you people Power BI with data analytics, because it will take time, so no need to worry for it. So this is a Netflix recommendation project where we have the three data files. The first one, analytics.py, where we created simple Python functions. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप लोग कर नहीं पाओगे, आप लोग आराम से कर पाओगे। ये बहुत ही सिंपल, पाइथन इज ए वेरी सिंपल लो कोड प्लेटफॉर्म, बहुत बहुत सिंपल. People are here who don't know anything and they are doing like very much good, and they upgraded their career, they got very very good jobs. ये बहुत ही सिंपल कोड है, जावा डॉट नेट की तरह बड़ा कोड नहीं है, इट्स वेरी सिंपल.
So
So
it's using NumPy or Pandas library. NumPy, right?
all NumPy, Pandas, Scikit, it's a machine learn, it's a
Okay.
data analytics with machine learning project.
Okay.
So here, this is a data injection one, data injection files. We are doing the data injection. We created like track, search, click, track and all. So dedicate breakdown, tag clouds. So this is the recommendation. I will show you people what is the recommendation where it's coming. So because we need to make a user interface just for show in the original phase. As a data analyst, you no need to take care of the user interface and all. That taken care by front end people. But the back end, how I will show you people. So for that, we created the front end. So here we are having the functions where we are calling the index.html. Index.html means here we are having index.html where we have the HTML, CSS, JavaScript or React, any scripting which will show you in the user interface. And for communicating, we are using Flask framework like Django. So API recommend, API search, and these are the things what it will happen in the search and movie ID and recommendation. And the model, we are having a small analytics model. Here we are using NLP, little machine learning part. So here we are having the recommendation models. So content-based recommendation, content-based filtering. This is content-based filtering. For example, someone like you, one user, whatever content, for example, they are watching horror. So what it will give to, for example, you and me from our same geographical, or you and me, we both are studying MBA, and we seen some business related. I'm a user. I'm seeing that some content, horror content, or sci-fi, or action. So that content will give the same recommendation to other person. Same like collaborative filtering. This is collaborative recommendation. Hybrid means both will work. Hybrid means what it will happen? In hybrid recommendation, content recommendation and collab recommendation both will work. Don't worry, ऐसा नहीं कि बहुत difficult है. आप लोग जब proper roadmap दे के एक एक पढ़ाई करोगे, so you people will be very comfortable with this. अभी आपको लग रहा है बहुत ज्यादा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. आप लोग एक एक पढ़ाई करोगे तो slowly सब कुछ हो जाएगा. Fine. Then this is readme file, requirement file, and this is our index.html. This is not our work. ये front end के जो लोग हैं वो बनाते हैं. Fine. Now ये जो हमने index.html बनाया है, this is what we made. This is running in our host and port. Remember, for front end to back end, how you can integrate it in Python, you can use Python library Flask. So this is what we created. This looks like very much similar to Netflix. Okay. This is the categories: sci-fi, crime, crime thriller, crime drama, crime mystery, horror drama, action drama. These are the types. And these are the user. User can be you, me, or that depends. And here, this is the search. For example, I will search any dark movie. So these are the recommendation I'm getting for the dark movie. Breaking Bad, Dark, Squid Games. For example, I click on this. Okay. So I'm a user. For example, I will switch the user to. So you people can see loading AI recommendation for user 2. See, recommendation for you. For example, I will click on user 7. So see, user 7 recommendation means they are Squid Game, Money Heist, Lupin. User 10. User 10, Grounds, Stranger Things. Why it's coming? Because some properties are getting from another user and it is giving the recommendation. Now, if you go to the your work, you are a data analyst, your work data analyzer. Now you can see your activity. Total titles, for example, you have 20. How many users? For example, one geographically location, Karnataka, Bangalore, Sajapur. So there, how many users? Users rating, how many? Now we search about 4 movie clicks. See, you people already know in Facebook, in Amazon, or in Netflix, whenever we are clicking, that is the point of analytics. The clicks they are counting, the search they are counting, the rating they are counting, the genres. Genres means the horror, crime is of genre. Say now, activity. So we are having 50 users, and the top search. What are the top search? Dark and horror, because I just searched. Genre clicked crime, drama, and sci-fi. And these are the most clicked movies: Narcos, Stranger Things, Breaking Bad. And most active users who are always coming and logging. I'm an active user because I used to be a Netflix person. Then what are the catalogs are there? Crime drama. So what are the major? So people are watching crime drama more, and others are less. Top rated title. These are the top rated title down to less. They who are getting highest rating, and who is the highest rated movie? Catalog overview. Average rating by genres: crime drama 8.8, crime thriller 8. Fantasy action 8.2, sci-fi 8, and user statistics. ML insights: search 4 rounds, definitely we searched 4. Most recommendations, what it given, click, rating tier, and generating heat map. So these are all the graphs and so what are the trends in 2000? So which decade people are watching more? So 2010 people are watching more. And what are the tags people are watching? So drama people are watching more because girls are mad with the Korean drama and all. So drama people are watching more. So this type of analytics dashboards you can do with Python, you can do with Power BI, you can do with Tableau. That depends what you are expert on. But as a data analyst, market always wants from you, you need to be expert in Power BI, in Tableau, in SQL, in Python. These are the things you have to cover. And this type of work, this is the data analytics system with data analytics for Python. We have a lot of users, we can search a lot of things. For example, I will search fantasy. Action, Cobra, Warrior Non, The Umbrella Academy, The Witcher. Let me see. Search 12 because I searched 12 times, different things. When search is coming 12 options, but the click previously it was 4. Now I clicked again The Witcher, it's coming 5. Now everything is updated. This is called real-time data live stream analytics. This is a hands-on. I will share you people the zip file. You people can do hands-on, run it. If any problem, let me know after the session. No worries. I will share the coding file and all. Okay, perfect. Okay, no worries. So what are the 4 type of analytics? We are having analytics: descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and perspective. Descriptive means which will describe it. What are the how we show the reports, the dashboards. This are diagnostic means why it's happening. What are the reasons it's happening? Analytics always 4 types. First one is you can show, you can describe. That is one analytics. Second one analytics, root cause analysis. Why it's happening. The third one, forecasting, means for what it is happening. The prescriptive one, AI driven recommendation, means we will give the suggestion for stop this. First one is you need to know why it's happening, by sorry, explanation, reports and dashboards. Second one, why it's you do diagnosis why it's happening. Predictive, for what it's happening. Perspective means you need to give a suggestion, recommendation and forecast, and also you can give some, use some predictive prediction, and you can give, okay, this is the thing what we can do for fix it. So what happened, why it happened, what will happen, and what should we do, the last one. We can use generative AI, we can use agentic AI, we can use AI tools in the perspective one. We will have more session on it. Definitely, we are having the roadmap for learning it. No need to worry. Why data analytics in 2000? So definitely, our student is not only from India. We're having global students, so we took it in dollar. So average entry salary 95,000. Average entry salary nowadays. Even in India, for a data analyst, for a fresher, the salary minimum 6 lakhs to 10 lakhs. And if you are a experienced, it depends how much you are getting, and you can try for more. And the job growth. Now you people already know about AI. So data analytics is all about, it's not like only we learn Excel and SQL. No, you have to learn Excel, SQL, Power BI, Python, and some AI tools, which will give, now the opportunity is more with data and AI analytics. And the major three roles: data analytics, business analytics, data scientist. You can apply for even data and AI engineers. These are the market is growth with data analytics careers. Fine. So from here, Shreyash will take care. So till that time, anyone having any doubt here? Anyone having any doubt here?
If anybody has any doubt or they want to ask anything or they want to know anything, they can first tell, then I'll continue from.
Okay,
Uh,
no doubt.
how have
Yes.
you imported the Netflix content into your local host?
How I? By
How
the
have you?
API, by calling the API, by calling the Netflix one free API is there. You can use that, and you can call the just pictures and all.
Okay, got it. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
I will send the code. No problem. You people can try.
Sure, sure. Any popular AI tools which are free we can use?
I mentioned there.
Okay, sure.
I
Thank you.
mentioned there.
Okay,
Even you can search in Google, you will get it. Few are there, but what I used, I will send to you.
fine. Thank you.
Sure. No problem.
Actually, I need
Okay,
that
I allow.
permission to share.
Thank you.
Let me know if everyone is able to see my screen.
Yes, we can. So all of you come from which groups? Let me send in every group. No problem. I will send the code file. Thank you.
Okay. So basically here what we are seeing the skills that we guys obviously need to get hired as a data analyst. Like, so there are some basic skills. So basic skills that we need to dive on into deep so that we can get hired as data analytics. So basically, first we can see there is Python, SQL, Excel, so Power BI statistics. So maybe you guys might have heard of these things, that there is something like Python, there is something like SQL, but even some small basic things like Excel, like every day we listen that we are doing something in Excel, but then those skills are also important that we need as a data analyst. So I'll give you an example. Let's start with Python itself. In Python, we have mentioned that there is pandas and numbers. So what are these pandas and numbers? Some of you might already know that what are these, but still. So these both are the libraries. Basically, we need these for the, like, if we are doing some function, if we are like For example, let's say that we are going to drink water. So we need a filtered water. We need clean water. So we are not going to sit and boil the water, then strain it, then get the clean water. We'll just get, like most of the days we have a water purifier or RO. So like that, we have pandas and numpy so that they'll do all the work for us. We don't need to sit and go through each of the data. Like for example, there is missing data. For example, there are some computations that we need to do. So we as a data analyst are not going to sit and spend that much time on the data that we are going to add it one by one if we need some, or we are going to multiply it one by one if we need to multiply them. So these are the libraries that can handle our data. So basically here we have mentioned NumPy. So NumPy is basically for high speed calculations, like if we need to calculate something. So basically during, like for example, if we are doing any modeling, any calculation, any AI ML modeling, so we need to do number of calculations. So we are not going back to the basic Python to calculate each and every step. We'll directly call something from NumPy and we'll do that. And as for pandas, panda is basically for data manipulation. So basically, if there is data cleaning required, any messy data is there, we need pandas. I'll show you guys an example that how can we use this. So there is a Jupyter notebook, or there is you can use in VS Code also those that Jupyter notebook. So this is a basic example. We are not going to deep dive into the code for today's, but here you can see that I have called these libraries called like pandas and numpy. Here you can see there is one more library which is matplotlib, which is just for visualization. So basically here what we are doing, it's a basic code. So we are deriving what are the future salary of the people. So basically here we have years experience and years of experience and salary. So based on how many years it says, then how much salary that person has. So like this guy has 10.5 years of experience, so obviously it has more, he has more salary than the person who have worked only for 1.1 year. But how do we project it, how do we look at the data? So basically, let's say a company or someone says that I want to know that what might be the probable salary of person after 15 years, because here we can say see only till 10 years, let's say for 15 years. So those kind of things that we can do here by using ML by predicting. So this is a kind of regression. We'll deep dive into the regression later on, but for today I just wanted to show you. So this was my Excel file which I just called here using the pandas library. As I said, there is one important library as pandas. We'll train and test. We'll split the data set into training and test set. We do that because some of the test set we need just to train, and we cannot use the whole test set because otherwise that our data will be overtrained based on our training sets. And we need test set to obviously test that if our training has been done properly or not. So we have called a linear regression model, and at last, we can just simply visualize that how our training was done. So this was our training set. So this is the blue line. You can see straight line. It is a straight line because we are looking at simple linear regression, which is always a straight line. Like you guys might know straight line, it is y equals to mx plus c. So this is a straight line, and this is the most of the people's salary are hovering around this straight line. So that's how we can predict if someone, here we can see till 10 years. If we want to predict till 15 years, we can ask our code to predict the salary, or this is one of the use case, but then there are limitless possibilities, whatever you guys want. There are so many things around this, but this is one of the small example that I wanted to show you. Let's move on to SQL. So SQL is a tool we have written here non-negotiable. There is a reason behind it because these at now, like if you are a data analyst, you cannot ignore this skill. So we definitely need SQL to move forward as a data analyst. I'll show you and I'll show you few things around SQL. So here, this is by Geeks for Geeks. So why do we need SQL? Here we are showing that SQL is giving us structured data. We are not deep diving into files, old systems, or like we want our data quickly, whatever we want, we need it immediately. We do not want to wait it. We do not want to go through old files. We do not want to go through folders. We have SQL for that. So to quickly access our data, to quickly query our data, we need SQL. If you guys want to try out on your own, so there are multiple options. You can you can go online and you can just search online SQL compiler and you can just try out some sample queries on your own. Or in future, we are obviously going to carry out few classes which will teach you all about the SQL. Now there is Excel and pivot tables. So here, most of us have heard about Excel, but then what is a pivot table and why do we need it? Like why it's mentioned here. So here we already know that if we need to see any data, Excel is the one of the easiest way we can see data. We can just go to our Windows. If we have anything in tabular format, we can put it into Excel and we can visualize it. We can color Excels, we can add them, we can like whatever we want to. But then what is pivot tables? I already have an example for pivot tables. Let's just once go through it. So this is a simple Excel table. As you guys can see, I have opened it in Google Docs. So here we can see the data goes like we have department, we have equipment class, we have the count of the equipment. The departments are like libraries, liquor control, permitting services, transportation. Like there are different kinds of department. Let's say we are talking about a city here. So there are different type of departments here and different equipments here. So this is Excel. Most of you have seen this. There is nothing new in this. But then the pivot table, which I was talking about. So let's move on to the pivot table. So in this sheet, it says row tables and sum of equipment. So here, what we got in our pivot table is that transportation. We saw that there was a department named transportation. So we got sum of all the equipments of transportation just right here in one column. Permitting services, sheriff's office, liquor control, whatever was there in the departments, we used the pivot table to display the sum of them. So here you can see we have summed the number of equipment here. So we can easily see. We are not going to like again sit here and count, take out a calculator or just again select this like we are selecting from sheriff's office from here to there and getting the sum. No, we are just simply going to use the pivot table. There is another pivot tables like based on different columns here. So this is based on the equipment class. So is it an SUV, is it a sedan or whatever. So that kind of pivot table we have in different sheets here. So this was about pivot table. So I think you guys might have got some idea about it, but definitely we are going to discuss it more. Next, we'll see some little bit about Power BI and Tableau. So basically, Power BI is a tool. We have seen like basically you guys have got the idea. We are mostly talking about data and around data, that what is happening, why, how do we use it, how do we clean it in SQL, how do we go through it, how do we query it in Excel and pivot tables, how can we easily access the data. But then Power BI and Tableau. So here we need to visualize data also. Like we have tons and tons of data, but it's just numbers. Like if there are 10 lines, 20 lines, even like 50 lines, we can somehow go through it, we can scroll through it, and we can check. But then what if there are 1,000 lines? So I don't think that anyone will be capable to go through, scroll through 1,000 lines and look that why do we need like whatever is needed. So basically, we'll simply use something called Power BI, or there is a similar tool known as Tableau. I have one online example of Power BI. So basically, this is this is a very advanced level, but then I just wanted to show you how Power BI looks. So there will be a simple data, not simple data, but the thousands of lines of maybe Excel, maybe SQL, but there will be data behind it. And here we can see whatever we want to compare. So we can see planned versus actual, we can see progress curve, we can see many different things in Power BI. So Power BI is such a strong tool that if this is someone's data, this we have just displaying here for the example. So if someone changes their data at the backend, it will within a second it will display here and it will reflect with the current changes that has been done in this table or in this data. So that's why we need Power BI, and that's how powerful Power BI is. So for example, let's say someone says that again, the first example that I took about the salary and the experience, which was the easy example. So if we want to display this also in Power BI, it's very simple. We can just take out a graph or any different kind of chart, whatever we want, and we can just visualize it the way we want it without any code, without any headache. Like here, we have to see the code, we have to understand the code. That's the next step, but then still you need to understand the code, go through the code, that how did we even get this, and we have to even define each and every color, the color blue and red and everything. But in Power BI, it will just easily display your data. You have to just select what you want to display, it will do it for you. That that's the power of Power BI, you can say. So, and obviously, when we move forward, we'll obviously go through the fundamentals of statistics. Whenever, like, as gave you one simple example, like for simple linear regression, which is a straight line, as I said. So basically, there is some statistics behind it, there's some calculations behind it. And you guys, like I said, you guys already know straight line is y is equals to mx plus c. So that's the formula of that is used behind simple linear regression. If you move on to multiple linear regression, it gets a little bit more complex. And like there are many more concepts like a priori algorithm, recommendation systems, everything is using maths behind us. So we'll go through the maths, the statistics, the fundamentals behind it also. Now let's move on to the next thing, chat GPT for data analysis. So nowadays, like from past 5 6 years, we are going through a lot that chat gpt is this, chat gpt does that. But where does it stand for data analyst people, and how can we use it, why do we need it, that we are going to see. So chat gpt can basically go through our data, and it can also analyze it for us, just to visualize, so that we can visually see or we can ask it the question. So basically what we are doing, if there is very big data that a team needs to go through, maybe of 4 people, ChatGPT can handle it alone within minutes. So basically we are use instead of wasting our manpower, we can use our now team for another purpose, for something important, not to go through some Excel file or something. So I have an example for ChatGPT for data analysis. So I'll show you also how to do it. Just simply type ChatGPT for data analysis. We'll get a link here which says data analysis. And here we can see when we open this link. So it says data analyst auto, data analyst by ChatGPT. You can see that we are getting something related to data analysis in ChatGPT. And I have already got made an example for you guys. So this is the same data set. I'll once compare and show you. So this is the data set that I used in the Python uh, here. So 1.1 years, 3.39 39343. So this was the data set, and the same data set I gave to ChatGPT. I gave the my Excel file to ChatGPT. It went through the data within seconds, and it asked me that what is my goal. I told him to make linear regression visual graph. Again, why I gave linear regression visual graph? Just to show you guys that how it works. So let's just once take a look at how my graph looks. So it looks something like this. Now let's see how ChatGPT's graph looks. So here we can see it's completely similar to what we have made in Python using this much of code and going like you understanding this much of code and by using two prompts. Like first prompt was my input, second prompt was what I want. So just going through this with simple steps, we can visualize it, but it doesn't deny the need of Python. That why do we need Python? Because this is one simple step. There are things which Python can do and ChatGPT cannot. What if this data is like very big? Again, a powerful tool like Python only can go through that much big of a data and ChatGPT will somewhat fail in it. If we tell it to do some calculations, some regression, some future uh, like prediction, obviously it might go wrong in some of the calculation and we cannot even check it because we are not seeing what calculations it is going through in the backend. So that's why we need to know Python also, but then to make our work easy we need to know that how can we use ChatGPT also as data analyst. Next, we are seeing prompt engineering basics. So let's say like you guys have heard what is prompt, or maybe I'll just tell you. So basically whatever we write to ChatGPT, to Llama, to whatever AI you guys use, so this sentence is called as prompt, which is our basically our input. But then there is a complete field which is known as prompt engineering. So prompt engineering, I would say, like you guys would think it is just some simple task, but prompt engineering is like I would say an art which we need to know, which we need to get. So basically with prompt engineering only we can get high quality output. If we give some kind of weird sentences to AI or some kind of weird inputs to AI, if it's even confusing to the AI itself, then we will obviously get not good outputs. We'll get something wrong or something not correct if we are not able to prompt our question properly. Here I have a example. I have a Let me show you. So this is a blog. So written by IBM. Like you guys might have heard about IBM. So we are just going through this. What are the benefits of prompt engineering? So to write minimum and get the maximum outputs. So we need to be so much precise so we get such good outputs by not writing paragraphs, by not even sending too much big of a sentence to the AI so that it's easy for AI and easy for us to get what we want. So that is the art that we need to understand by prompt engineering. You guys can go through this. We'll just give it to you once the session ends, and you can read it. It is such a nice blog which they have, which IBM has published out here. You guys can once go through it about the prompt engineering and automated reporting. Automated reporting is basically once we have made our like 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 I showed you Power BI, like I showed you Chat GPT, we can make our own things. We can like I showed you this code. This code I did not write it right now. I just had this template. I just changed this column because whenever we need to input our data, we like the name might change of our Excel sheet, and we can just run rest of the code will be all most of the time it will be same 99% of the time. The 1% like there is something off in data we need to deal with empty values or we need to do the median or we need to take out mean of it, so that's where we need to use some extra code. And simply the soft skills here. So basically, like storytelling with data, we need to like, if I have that much big of a data, I need to have skills to explain it to someone else. Otherwise, others are not going to understand what I'm doing, why I'm doing. So business understanding, critical problem solving, these all are the skills that we basically need in our hand so that we can become a good data analyst. We need to be clear about what data we have. We need to be able to clearly tell someone else by what we have, what we are working on it. So that's the thing that we need to get hired as a data analyst. So for now, if someone wants to ask something, you can ask, or we'll move on to the tools that we are going to use.
Hi, Shreyash. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah. So actually, the time is coming to end. We are having few more slides. So maybe we can have another slot for any weekdays or next Saturday because we have lot many things to explain. So
yeah.
these tools for every analyst uses. Then can you go to the next slide, please?
So,
And the project ideas, it will take time to explain. So next we will announce soon the next slot. So you people please join and learn it. So here we can conclude with this many slides. So Shrash, you can have a wrap up and we are open for taking the questions. Anyone having any questions or any doubt, anything related to data analyst, not about only Power BI, Tableau, Python, Excel or market stack. So any questions from anyone? Thank you so much, Shrash. Thank you.
yeah, if anyone have any question they want to ask something, they can ask us.
And also, all of you, I shared the zip file. Please download the zip and you people can run in your system and you can use it. If any doubt, feel free to text me or Shrash or you people can text us, call us, anything fine. I shared the zip file. You people got it?
Yes, we got it. Thank you for the zip file. I have
Ah,
a small
huh.
question.
Yes. Mm. Yes, Dipayan.
My question is it necessary for a data analyst to have knowledge on user interface as well?
No,
How to create
not
user interface?